Hello and welcome back to the Darshan channel. Today in this video we will be discussing truth table for prepositions. So basically we will be discussing what tautology, what contingent or self-contradictory means, and we'll be also solving some question based on it. Let's start first with the formula which we have to remember. The formula is total number of rows is equal to 2 raised to the power n, and n is the number of different simple preposition. So in first case, let's take an example. If we have p, so इसका table कैसे बनेगा? So the formula is 2 raised to the power n, meaning that it is 2 raised to the power 1, which will be 2. Now in the second case, if we have p and then dot q, so in this case we have two different preposition p and q, so the formula will be 2 raised to the power 2, that will be 4. Similarly, if we have p dot q, which are, in this case we have 3 preposition, so it will be 2 raised to the power 3, that will be 8. So again 3 8, अगर आपके पास 4 prepositions है, and then it will be 16, 5 32 and 6 64. Now I'll just solve one case, p dot q. So in this case we have 2 prepositions, p dot q we have 2 and dot r, meaning that we have 3 preposition. So इसका table कैसे बनेगा? The basic table will be p, q and r, and in case of 3 we have 8 lines. 8 line meaning that 1 2 3 4. So you simply have to divide it into 2. Divide करोगे तो 4 बार true आ जाएगा and 4 बार you will have false. 1 2 3 and false, and now it will be the half. 1 2 false 2 बार, and similarly, and then true false true false. So इस तरह से आपका टेबल बनेगा, and यहाँ पे भी सेम वे आपको लिखना होगा. I'm not writing it over here. चलो, now let's first start with what tautology or tautologies mean. So a tautology is a statement that is always true, not matter what the truth value of the individual components are. It is a logical statement that cannot possibly be false. So tautology meaning that it should be always true. Now let's see this example. Either it will rain tomorrow or it will not rain tomorrow. So this is in the form, if we take this one as p and this one is negation of p. So आपका जो p dot negation p है, that is tautology. It will be p which negation p will be always true. Now let's draw the table and let's try to understand how it is possible. So in case of p, again 2 raised to the power 1. So आपके पास p and then you have negation of p, and next you have p which negation of p. So p will be true, false, negation of p will be false, true. Now in case of t false, it will be true, false 3 will be false. So this will always be true. In case of which negation p will always be true. Next, let's see an example here. So we have p horseshoe q dot p horseshoe q. So again we have 2 prepositions p and q. So इसका table बनेगा t t f f and then t f t f. उसके बाद you'll solve this part, p horseshoe q. Now you know t t का value will be t, t f का value is f, f t का value is t, and f f value is t. So you have to remember this case, p horseshoe q में if the antecedent is true and consequent is false, in that case it will be false. So यहाँ पे it is false. Now the next point is dot. So we have to take this part and p. So again you should take the antecedent, not in this case. Dot के केस में p horseshoe q को आपको first लेना होगा and this one as the second part. So we already have the value here, t and then t will be t, and then f and t will be f, and then again you have t and f will be f, and then again f. So आपको इसका value भी मिल गया. Now in case of tautology, आपको यहाँ पे main operator पे देखना है whether the value is true or false. So here the main operator is this one, which is horseshoe. So इसके लिए now we have the final value here, नाउ फाइनल वैल्यू यहाँ पे है, इसको हॉर्शू क्यू के साथ लेना है. सो अगेन यू हैव टू टेक दिस वन एज फर्स्ट, टी एंड टी अगेन विल बी टी, एफ विल बी अगेन टी, एफ टी विल बी टी एंड एफ विल बी टी. नाउ अगेन अगर आप क्यू को पहले लेते हो और फॉल्स को बाद में लेते हो तो ये फॉल्स हो जाएगा. सो प्लीज़ बी माइंडफुल, एंटीसीडेंट पहले लेना है, कॉन्सिक्वेंट बाद में लेना है. सो इफ़ यू विल सी द फाइनल वैल्यू, इट्स टी 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 टी. That means it is tautology. So that means it is tautology. Now let's move to the next one. We have self-contradictory. So self-contradictory is a statement in which it will be always false no matter the truth value of its component. It is a statement that leads to the contradiction. Now if we take this example, it will rain tomorrow and it will not rain. So it is in the form of P dot negation of P. So this will be always false. So this is a case of self-contradictory. Now let's see an example here. So the question is P which Q try bar negation P dot negation Q. So यहाँ पे you have written the value of P, Q and then P wedge Q. In case of P wedge Q, you should remember that false is false. So false is false. And then you simply write the negation of P. True है तो false, true है तो false, false है तो true. And then उसके बाद you solve it. And then false is false, false true is true. So you get this value. Now what you will do is you will take this value and you will take this value and then you will solve. And in case of try bar, T will be T, false will be T. So यहाँ पे T false है तो false, T false है तो false, T false है तो false and false T है तो false. So this is an example of self-contradictory. Now let's move to the next one, which is contingent. So a contingent statement is one that can be either true or false depending on the circumstances or the truth value of its component. Now it is not inherently true or false. Its truth value depends on a specific situation. For example, it will rain tomorrow. So this can be either true or it can be false also. Let's say if it rains tomorrow, then it is true, otherwise it will be false. So this kind of statement are contingent statement. So an example you can see here. So you have again value of P, value of Q, and then P horseshoe Q का value आपने निकाला and negation P का value assign किया. Then false T will be false, true and true. Now negation Q का value निकाला and false T का value is T, false T का value is T, true false का value is false and T का value is T. Now you can clearly see that we have true and false also. So in this case it is contingent. Now let's see the summary. So tautology में अगर आपका जो main operator है वहाँ पे it's all true, then it is a tautology. अगर self contradictory में all false, and in case of contingent at least one is true and one is false. So this is in case of contingent. Now let's try to solve some exercise. So exercise I have taken from IM copy. Let's see the first question, that is P horseshoe Q horseshoe Q. So again if you see this example, so what you have to do is you have to write the value of P, write the value of Q and then the statement given. So this is the statement. Use truth table to characterize the following statement form as tautology, self-contradictory या contingent. So the statement form is given, so you have to write it as it is and then उसके बाद what you have to do is you have to find the value of P horseshoe Q. And then by using P and P horseshoe Q, you have to find the value. And then you already have the value of Q here. And then you have to solve it. तो ये आपका main operator पे आ रहा है. So this is contingent as we have true and false both. Now let's move to the next case. So again similar question है. P horseshoe Q horseshoe Q. Now in this case I have not repeated P and Q, but you have to write the value of P and Q here also and then write the value of the statement. तो स्टेटमेंट का वैल्यू फाइंड करिए, ट्रू फॉल्स ट्रू ट्रू, एंड बाय यूजिंग दिस वन एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ क्यू यू हैव टू फाइंड दिस वैल्यू, एंड देन जो आपका फाइनल वैल्यू मेन ऑपरेटर पे आ रहा है दैट इज़ ऑल ट्रू, मीनिंग दैट इट इज़ एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ tautology. Let's move to the next question now. The next question is a lengthy one. So again you can see that we have 3 operators here. So that will be 2 raised to the power 3 and आपका 8 आ जाएगा. And if you'll divide it 4, meaning that 4 times true, 4 times false. T T T T 1 2 3 4. एंड इसका हाफ कर देंगे तो टी टी फॉल्स फॉल्स टी टी फॉल्स फॉल्स आपका आ जाएगा. एंड सिमिलरली ट्रू फॉल्स ट्रू फॉल्स ट्रू फॉल्स ट्रू फॉल्स आपका हाफ हाफ करते जाना है. उसके बाद नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ फर्स्ट वन इज क्यू, horseshoe r, tt का वैल्यू इज t, tf का वैल्यू इज f, एंड सिमिलरली अदर वैल्यूज. एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ p horseshoe q, p horseshoe r, एंड देन लास्ट में जो आपका फाइनल आंसर आएगा दैट इज़ यहाँ पे मेन ऑपरेटर के पास. सो दैट इज़ ऑल ट्रू, मीनिंग दैट इट इज़ एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ tautology. Now the C part. Now in C part what you have to do is use truth table to describe which of the following biconditional are tautology, meaning that जो आपका बाई कंडीशनल मीनिंग जो आपका ट्राई बार आप जहाँ पे यूज़ करते हो मटेरियल इक्विवेलेंट है. सो द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग वेदर इट विल बी ऑल ट्रू और नॉट, जो मेन ऑपरेटर है. सो इफ़ यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर केस द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पी horseshoe क्यू का वैल्यू इज ईजी, नेगेशन क्यू नेगेशन पी का वैल्यू यू हैव फाइंड, एंड देन लास्ट में आपका पूरा ऑल ट्रू आ रहा है. सो यहाँ पे जो आपका आंसर आ रहा है इट्स ऑल ट्रू, मीनिंग दैट इट इज़ एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ tautology. If you'll see the second example, so again assign the value of p, q, and then q wedge negation q. So you have the value of q here and negation q का value लेना, and then you have to find the value. It's all true. So उसके बाद now again dot का आपको find करना है p, and then you have to take this value and then you have found this value, and जो आपका main operator है उसका value यहाँ पे आपका आ जाएगा. So this again is an example of tautology because it is all true. Last question is again question number 16. It's a lengthy one. So again it has 3 p, q and r, 3 operators. So you have to simply write the values by using the formula, and uske baad you have to find the value of this one and this one by one. And then by using this value, I'm just writing it 2 2. By using this value you have to find the final value which will be here, and similarly you have to find the final value which will be here, and by using this 2 your answer will be here. Now please let me know in the comment section whether question number 16 is in tautology, contingent or self-contradictory. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe.